You're welcome back to my channel, guys. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to this channel and let us grow it together. Subscribe. So in today's tutorial, we're going to be learning how to design this flyer you're seeing right now on your screen, right? So without further delay, let us get into it. So we'll start by opening our Corel Draw, open our Corel Draw interface, right? This is our workspace. And because it's an e-flyer, so we are going to be sizing it to um 5 by 5 inches. 5 by 5 inches. We draw a box like this and give it 5 by 5 inches. That's like if it's in pixel you're designing, that's like 2500 pixel, right? But me, I like using inches, so that's 5 by 5 inches, right? So the other thing I like to do is giving my box a color, a white color, fill a white color, then remove the outline, and then come to shadow effects, the shadow tool, and then apply shadow to it, right? So after you apply, you press Ctrl K to break it apart, right? I just like seeing my stuff like this. So other thing I like to do is I like to duplicate the workspace. I like to see white outline, right? I like to see white outline. I like to see white outline, right? So I can give this a color like this. So this white outline, it gives me some kind of joy that I cannot explain. So I just like to leave it like that. You understand me? Right? So now that we have our workspace set, the next thing we are going to do is to import all the materials we are going to be needing for the tutorial. And that's where you get to right click and then come to import, and then we go to where all those things are, right? We locate it. Okay, this is it. Then you import all of them. You import all of them. So this is the font. These are the fonts that I used in the tutorial, and this is the text. So the link to download these materials will be in the description. Please copy the link and download them so that you can be designing as we are going forward. So let's import. You import them like this, like this, like this, like this. Right? You import them like this. So when you're done, we don't need this black background. I use it to explain something. So you remove it, then you bring this guy. This background is the first background you bring inside. So you power click it in like this, right? And then edit power click, and then increase it. Increase it like this. Make sure you increase it. Let it fill up the workspace, right? And then you come to effect, and then come to blur, and then come to Gaussian blur, and then you blur it. Okay, I think we should leave it like this. I think we should leave it like this. 27.1. Let's leave it like that. Let's increase it a little, right? Right. That's the idea. Then you come to finish editing. So the next thing we are going to bring in right now is this guy. We're going to bring in this guy, right? And then we'll mirror it like this. Come here and mirror it horizontally. Let the hands be facing this side, right? And then we come here to our transparency tool, and then we'll make it transparent like this, right? We'll blend like this, and then we'll come to bitmap and we'll bitmap it, right? Then we'll take our transparency tool again, and then come here and blend this side too, right? After that, we come to our merge mode where we have normal, and then look for soft light. Soft light. You see what we have right now? You see what we have? So the next thing we are going to do right now is to power click it inside, right? You right click on it and then power click it inside. Then you come with this background again, this background we have here, then you mirror it horizontally again. We want this cross to be this side. Then you increase it also. Then you increase it like this, right? Right, then you take your transparency tool, you blend it like this, you apply it this way, right? When you apply it this way to remove the sharp edges, then you come here and convert to bitmap, right? So the next thing you're going to do is to apply it this way too, right? You apply like this, and then you come to merge mode again, where we have normal, then you look for also soft light. You see what we have right now? You see what we have right now? Right? Then you power click it inside also, right? You power click it inside. You see what we're having, right? So the next thing you are going to do is to bring in this very background, right? And you increase it like this. Increase it like this, right? When you increase it like this, you come to your transparency tool and then come to merge mode again and then use soft light again. You see what we have right now? Then you cut this guy, you cut it and then go inside. You cut it and then right click and then edit bitmap and then paste it inside, right? You see what we have right now? Fantastica. You see what we have right now? See that blend? You see that blend? You see it? You see that blend? Awesome. The idea is to have a very nice background in such a way that when you put text on it, it will be nice, it will be inviting, it will pass the message, and you will love it, right? Now that we are done with the background, right? We use all the background. So the next thing we are going to do is to start bringing in our text, right? Is to start bringing in our text. So what are you going to do now? We'll go to where we save our text, where we have the text, right? Where we have the text, right? This is it here, right? Then we start by, we'll copy all of them, we'll copy it, and then come to our workspace, and then draw a text box, and then paste it inside. When you paste it, you align it and give it color white so that you see it, right? So now that we have our text ready, so we are good to go. So we are going to copy this guy here, Dominion over disease. Copy like this and bring it outside like this, right? Copy it and bring it outside, right? Then we highlight it and change it to uppercase, right? When we change it to uppercase, we will now separate it like this and then press Ctrl K on our keyboard, right? Let's move this guy apart. Then you now increase this over. You increase this over, right? Then we're now going to come to the font that, if you are following me, you know that I love this font so much. The name is called Anton. Anton. You see it? Very fantastic font. Anton, right? Then you bring Dominion up like this. Let me take it inside and give you white so that we'll be seeing it. Right? Anton, that's the name of the font. Then we can give this one like Metropolis. The name of the font is called Metropolis. We can give it Metropolis Black. Metropolis Black, right? This is it. Metropolis. I will put the link to download the font in the description to download the font, right? It's a very nice font, right? So the next thing you're going to do is to press Ctrl K. You click on over and then press Ctrl K to break it apart. When you break it apart, you click on this O, right? And then press Q, Ctrl Q on your keyboard. That's to curve it. Ctrl Q. So when you curve it like that, you now double click on it. Then I highlight it like this. Highlight this top note and then press your up arrow key and then you raise it up like this. You see what we have right now? You raise it up like this, right? You raise it up like this. Let's increase this guy and then take it like this. You see what we have right now? So now that you have it like this, so the next thing we are going to do right now is to come to our polygon tool. When you come here, you look for common shape tool, common shapes, then you click on it and then you come here and select this guy that you're seeing right here. You can see that we have a whole lot of shapes here. Then you come to this guy here, you click on it and then you draw like this, right? Let's give you a white outline so that you see it, right? Let's increase it so that you see it, or we can even bring it outside like this and give it black background, black outline, right? So when you do this, you now come here to this node, hold down your shift key and then drag it back like this, right? When you drag it back like this, you now come to your shape tool, right? And then drag this like this. You see this red thing? You drag it back like this. That's to bend it. Then you can now drag this to the front a little, right? Then drag this back like this, right? The more you drag it to the front, the more it gives you what you want. So let's do it this way, right? And then reduce it a little. We can drag it a little bit, drag it inside, and then drag it front a little. Okay, we can take it back just a little. Yes, this is fine. This is fine. So when we do this, right, we'll now bring it inside like this and give it, let's give it like white outline, right? When you do it like this, you now turn it. You turn it like this. You can give the number here 270, right, to be more accurate, right? So when you do it like that, then you now bring it here. Let's give it a color yellow, right? You bring it here. You bring it here and do it like this. Let's remove the outline, right? Then you do it like this. Make sure it's like this, right? Make sure it's like this. Then you bring it down. When you take it down like this, you can then convert it to curve. Convert it to curve by right clicking on it and then you come to convert to curve, right? When you convert it to curve, you click on it, hold your shift down on your keyboard, hold the shift down, then click on O, then you now come to trim. When you trim it like this is what you have. When you trim it like this, you move it up, this is what you have. So when you move it up like this, right, let's take it down a little, right? Take it down a little, right? Then you now start duplicating it like this. You see what I have? You see what I have? Then this last one, you move it up a little like this and hold your shift down and select O2, right? And you trim that too. then you take it up. You see what we have right now. Then you can now delete this guy here. Delete this because we don't need it. Delete this. We don't need this. So this is just what we need. Right? Now that we have it like this, let's change it to white. Let's change it to white. Right? Fantastic. Now that we have it like this, we now come to R and we press Ctrl Q again on our R and then drag it down like this with our down arrow key on our keyboard. We'll drag it down like this, right? When we drag it down like this, then we'll now come to our rectangle tool and then draw a box like this. We'll draw a box like this and also give it a white color, right? So the next thing we are going to do right now is we are going to highlight everything except this guy. We are going to highlight this one, right? And we are going to export it. Let's give it color black, right? And we are going to export it. We'll be taking it to Photoshop to give it a color, to give it a text effect. So we'll export it by coming to export, see export here, or you press Ctrl E on your keyboard to export it. So we are going to export it as PNG. You look for PNG here, make sure it's in PNG, then you export it like this. You see what we have right now, you export it like this. So when you export it, you now go and look for our text effect. Let's look for it. You can download it with the link, in the description below. So this is the text effect that I used. You see here, rich, right? So we now open it in Photoshop. You wait for it to open, right? It's open like this, right? You see it's open like this. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to come here and remove the background, right? We'll remove the background and we'll remove this text that you're seeing. We'll remove the text, right? So when we do all of that, we now come to where we see place your text here, right? And we double click on it. When we double click, right, we now come to the text that we exported from CorelDRAW. Then we'll now drag it like this and drag it inside, right? We'll drag it inside like this. We'll remove the one that was there before. This one, we'll remove it. We don't need it. We increase it very well, right? We increase it, right? And then Ctrl S to save on our keyboard. When we save, we'll now close it. When we close it, automatically, this is what we have. This is what we have. Fantastic. This is what we have. So when we have it like this, we now press Ctrl Shift S on our keyboard, right? And then we now save it as JPEG, right? Save it as JPEG, right? Then we now save it like this. Then we go back to our CorelDRAW, right? When we get to our CorelDRAW, we are going to take this guy, this one. Let me give you white. We are going to take it out like this because we don't need it any longer. Then we are going to import the one that we exported, right? The one that we exported, we are going to import it. We are going to import it. This is it here. So we are importing it like this. And you import it, right? This is what we have right now. You import it like this and you increase it. Take your crop tool, your shape tool rather, and then reduce these nodes like this. Reduce these nodes like this. When you reduce it like this, right, We now bring this guy here. We bring this guy here. Hmm? Let it be underneath so that the shadow will be on it. Let it be underneath. Right? So the next thing we are going to do right now is, let's reduce it like this to give this a color. So we are going to give it a gradient color by coming to our interactive view, right, and apply it this way. Right, when we apply it this way, here we'll give here color black, right, and we come here and give this place color red. Right, you see what we have right now. Let's reduce it a little. Right, you see what we have right now. Right, then we are now going to copy this guy here and bring it inside like this. Right, and bring it inside like this. Then we are going to use the font that we use for Dominion, Metropolis. We'll use the same fonts. Then we'll increase it like this. Civic. Right, we'll increase it like this. Right, and give it color white. You see what we have right now. You see what we have right now. Let's take our shape 2 and then drag this place forward a little. Right, that's enough. Then we now duplicate it and raise it up like this. Duplicate it and raise it up like this. Right, then give the down one gray. Can give it color gray, and then we have this on top. Let's take it down a little bit. You see what we have right now. You see what we have right now. Let's reduce this guy. Reduce it like this. Right, you see what we have right now. Let's also take this down a little, and then we increase this like this. See what we have right now. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing what we're having? Right? If you're seeing it, go to the comment section and say something nice. Say something nice. And if you have any question, ask the question in the comment section below. Right? So now that we have this, the next thing we are going to do right now is to bring this text, deep teaching, paste it here. Right? Deep teaching on divine healing and divine health and divine healing. Then we double click on it, highlight it and change it to uppercase. Right, we change it to uppercase. When we change it to uppercase, we'll now come to this place and give it this same font, Metropolis. So let's reduce the font to like 5. Let's use like 5, right? And then we'll bring it here like this. Let's increase it a little. Deep teaching on divine health and divine healing. Then the next thing we are going to bring is with Pastor Kunle Afolayan. So crop it like this and bring it here like this, right? So this is, we only need PST, we don't need the full pastor. PST, right? Then we now come here and separate it like this and then press Ctrl P on our keyboard. Right, we'll press Ctrl P. We'll now bring this to the front like this and then come here and give this width a font called Rockabilly. Rockabilly, you see it? Rockabilly. Then you reduce it like this. You reduce it like this. Right? And then use another font called Metropolis. Right? Now, this time we are not using Metropolis Black. We are using Metropolis Extra Bold. Right? Let's highlight it and then change it to uppercase. You right click and come to change case and change to uppercase. Right? So let's pick our shape 2 and then reduce the spacing like this, right? Let's reduce it a little with Pastor Kunle Afolayan, right? We'll take it like this. And then let's give this width a color that we'll pick here. Let's come to our color picker, and then see if we can pick a color here on this guy that we have here. A very light, uh okay, we can pick this and then uh sure, I'm not seeing a too nice color that we can use for it. Okay, let's just pick anyone and then we adjust it, right? By the time we pour it like this, we'll put the color like this, then we come to this place, right down here, we double click and then let's adjust the color, right? Let's carry it like this and then see we can adjust the color. You see, you see, eh, this is okay, right? With Pastor Kunle Afolayan. So the next thing we are going to do right now is to go bring Pastor Kunle's picture, right? Let's bring Pastor Kunle's picture. This is Pastor Kunle's picture here. And then we'll bring it like this. I'll bring it like this. We increase it. You see what we have? We increase it like this. Let's use a little, right? So you see that the picture is looking lighter. It's looking very light. So we need to make it darker a little bit, blend the picture a little bit with the background. So what we are going to do, we are going to click on the picture and press Ctrl B on our keyboard, right? And then we adjust here, we adjust it. Let's make sure we adjust it, right? And then we'll press OK. You see what we have right now, right? I have my brightness in -12, my contrast is in 13, and intensity 7. Then OK, right? See what we have before. See what we have before. See what we have now. See what we have before and see what we have now. You see a difference? That's fantastic. Then you right click on it and come to power click and you power click it inside. See what we have right now. So you are going to bring in their logo now. This is their logo here that we exported before. So we'll bring it here like this. We'll bring it here like this and let's reduce it a little and position it very well, right? You see what we have right now? You see what we have right now? It's looking fine, right? So the next thing we are going to bring in right now is the date. We are going to bring in the dates, right? Let's bring it in like this and then come here and paste it, right? So we do not need day, we only need month, and then let's remove ember. Let's remove ember, right? And then let's break this 2023 apart, right? And then we have to change this to uppercase, or change it to uppercase. Let's give it the font that we use for over, that's Anton like this, right? Now we'll give it Anton. We'll now increase it this way, and then we'll give this Metropolis black, Metropolis black. Then we'll bring it under here like this 2023. We'll reduce it, let it be under November, right? We can now use our shape to drag it a little, to drag it like this. You see what we have right now? Then we'll give this color that we have right here, right? When we do that, we now come here with our rectangle tool, pick our rectangle tool, and then come here like this, and then draw this way, right? When we draw that way, we now give it a white outline. Let's make it thicker a little bit to 1. Let's take it to 1, right? Then we now come to our shape tool, then click on round corner here, and then we come back here and drag the nodes like this. You see what we have right now, and drag the node like this, right? The next thing we are going to do is to copy time. We are going to copy time like this, right? We are going to copy time like this and come back and paste it like this. Then we'll break it down like this, and then come here and give it the same font, Anton, right? Then we'll come to our shape tool and then pick it up like this, right? Then we now bring it inside and reduce it. Make sure it's centralized. You see what we have right now? You see what we have right now, right? Let's adjust the shape a little. Let's adjust it like this, right? You see what we have right now? Let's take this up a little. So the next thing we are going to do right now is we are going to bring in these guys, right? We are going to bring in these guys. Join us live on, right? We don't need this one. We are going to change them to icons. We are going to change them to icons, right? So let's break it apart and then take it out, right? Then this guy, we are going to come here and change the color, the font to Anton as well. Anton, right? And then increase it like this. And we increase it like this, and we change it to highlight it and change it to uppercase, change case, uppercase, right? And then we come to our freehand tool and then draw a line like this underneath, right? And we'll draw a line. We'll give the line 0.75 thickness and give a white outline. Then we'll take it down with our arrow key on our keyboard, take it down a little bit, and then we now go and look for the icons. We already have some of these icons saved on my system, so I will just look for them. I have YouTube here already, right? But I need Facebook and Instagram, so let me just go open it where I saved it. I used to have it somewhere. Icon. Right? So I need Facebook. You see, I have all of these icons saved on my system. So I just copy them anytime I need it. Then you can download yours online. Just go to Google and download it. You can as well download it from FreePic, right? So then I bring it here, bring it in like this, and then I'll reduce it here. I'll reduce it here, right? Then you click on YouTube and then come to trace bitmap and then come to online trace and then come to line art, right? So it will give you this. Then you press OK, right? Then you reduce it and then delete the original. This is what you need. So now you can give this a color. Give it color white. Give this two color white. Give this two color white. You see what we have right now. Then you bring it here, right? You bring it here. Now we are done with that like that, right? We are done with that like that. We are done like that. So let's take all of them up a little. Right. Let's reduce this. Let's put a circle here, a small circle, right? And then leave it like that. You see what we have right now. And then the next thing we are going to bring is the address. The next thing we are going to bring is the address. So the address is Mountain Movers, right? Ilupeju, Lagos. Then we copy like that and then bring it here, right? When we bring it, we'll now reduce it, right? I still feel we should reduce these guys. Let's reduce it. Let's reduce this a little and then pick it up because we need space down, right? Same thing here. Let's reduce these guys a little and take them up, right? And then Mountain Movers, we take it up like this, right? And then we change the fonts to like let's use Metropolis, but we are going to use like semi-bold Metropolis, right? Then we take our shape tool and then we drag it like this, right? When we drag it like this, then we drag this tool up a little bit, right? And then let's change the font to like 8. You see what we have right now. So the next thing we are going to do right now is to go look for location icon somewhere and come and bring. I don't have location icon here. There's no location icon here. But let's see if we can see it somewhere else. We can bring in somewhere else. Let's import, right? Let's see if we can find it somewhere else where we have used it before. I think we have used it before somewhere. Okay, I found it. Right, let's bring it here like this, right? Then we come to trace bitmap. We'll click on it, right? After importing it, we'll come to trace bitmap and then come to online trace and then come to line arts. Then it will give us this, right? Then we say okay, right? We'll now reduce it. Let's delete the original and then bring it in, right? We have to ungroup it and then delete this guy and delete the white inside too, and then highlight it like this and bring it down here and bring it down here, right? And give it color white. Ladies and gentlemen, we are almost done like this. You see what we have? Almost done. So the final thing we are going to add is to this place, and that thing we are going to add is this guy here, right? Let's delete this guy, we don't need it again. Let's delete this, we don't need it again, right? We're going to have this right here. Then we now come to our transparency tool and take it up like this. We apply like this, right? When we apply like that, we come to bitmap and then convert it to bitmap, right? We'll take our transparency tool again and then drag this side like this diagonally, we drag it like this. You see am? We drag it like this. And then we come to bitmap and bitmap it again. We are going to do the same thing for this side. We drag it down. You see it. We come to bitmap. We convert it to bitmap. Then we are going to come this to this side again, diagonally, and then bitmap it again, right? And then we now reduce it, and then bring it down here, right? We rotate it this way, and then we bring it like this and increase it, right? We increase it. Let's take it this way. Right? Then we'll now come to our transparency tool again, and then come to merge mode, right? And use soft light. Well, soft light does not work. Let's use screen. Fantastic. Screen is what we have been looking for. And then we now right click on it and then power click it inside. Right? You see what we have, right? You see what we have. And then we are done. We are done. Right? So let's add some little light effects, some like just very little, to it. Let's right click, import, and then we come to, let's see this guy and see if we can use this guy. I don't know, but let's just import it. Let's import them. Anyone that we can use, we use it. But our flyer is fine like this. Very fine. Let's bring this here. Again. This is fine. Let's remove. Let's do it this way with our shape, our transparency too, right? Do it this way. We bitmap it. We pick our transparency tool again and apply it to this side, right? We bitmap it again. Do the same thing for this side. I will bitmap it again. Should we take it down? Okay, I think we are fine like this. You see what we have? I think that's not bad. That's not bad. But we should change the position to this place. I think this place is better. Right? Let's reduce it. Let's bitmap it. And then come to our shape tool and make sure it doesn't go out. Let's bring it inside. I think this is fantastic. This is fantastic. And what if we put this guy to here? Let's reduce this, right? And then pick our shape tool, right? And then do it like this. Apply this, our transparency tool, I mean, and apply like this, right? Bitmap it, come here. Then bitmap it again. Then come to this place, right? And then we bitmap it again. And then do the same thing here. And then we bitmap it again, right? We now reduce it. Let's reduce it. What do you guys think? Let's come to our transparency tool again and then come to merge mode where we have normal and then use screen. Is this fine? Okay, let's just leave it here. I think it's not bad, right? Ladies and gentlemen, our flyer is ready to serve. Say something in the comment section. Give me my flowers in the comment section. Say something nice. And if you have any question, type the question in the comment section and we are good to go. See you guys on the next one.